Hi, my name is Sivan Slapak, and I'm going to be reading from my debut book called Here is Still Here, which came out with Linda Leith Publishing in March 2024. I'm going to read an excerpt from a chapter called People Like to Tell Me What I Need, and it's just a quick dialogue that happens in a cafe, and Seymour over here may assist. You know what you need? My friend's husband Moti asked me, I assumed rhetorically around the time that Ophir and I started up. He and Gali lived in the neighborhood, and every time he passed by and saw me through the window of the cafe, he'd come in to lean on the high counter where I sat. He was tall and husky, with a robust black beard, and he hunched his large frame over when he talked to me, making me feel boxed in. You need a salon. Do I? That's exactly what you need. In another time, you'd be a salonière and have friends come over and talk about books with you every evening. His voice took on a Talmudic sing-song. You'd write, you'd read, you'd live the life of a bohemian intellectual. That's what you need. He said this while wagging his finger close to my face with a smile. Though good-natured and clever, Moti was fond of letting me know what he thought I needed on many fronts. Isn't that what grad school is? Or this place? I smiled. But what I wanted to say was, leave me alone, you overbearing man. What I need is for you to go away so I can work. How did Gali put up with this know-it-all, I wondered. But the truth was, he may have been onto something. I liked the idea a lot and was flattered that he considered me an intellectual, and I could imagine it clearly. I'd wear my long strand of plastic pearls and lounge on a divan, and all my friends who were actually intellectuals, much smarter, more informed and cultured than I was, would fill my house with their wise thoughts, while I glided around in the background, keeping my own opinions close until I could confirm they were good ones, refilling glasses of red wine, and being occasionally urged to sing. It sounded perfect. When I shared this fantasy with my friend Miriam, she said, I can't tell if you're the host of this event or the hired waiter. I guess both have to clean up when it's over? Good way to meet someone, she said. Miriam had met her fiancé at a party. She'd kissed him drunkenly outside after one conversation, then thrown up in the street and had to been taken home to be chastely nursed by him. Like other urban folk tales, I put her story in my pocket to brandish when needed. Well, what about Miriam? It was proof that sober and celibate decision-making and dating was not as valuable as our religious educations had led us to believe. There were no guiding rules anymore. We'd gotten older, and lawlessness seemed to have a greater yield. Thank you.